Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor, had a long and successful reign. The empire he ruled from Prague expanded, and his subjects lived in peace and prosperity. When the emperor died, the whole empire mourned. More than 7,000 people accompanied him on his last procession. The heir to the throne of the flourishing empire was Charles's son, Wenceslas IV, whose father had prepared him for this moment all his life. But Wenceslas did not take after his father. He neglected affairs of state for more frivolous pursuits. He even failed to turn up for his own coronation as emperor, which did little to endear him to the Pope. Wenceslas the Idle did not impress the imperial nobility either. His difficulties mounted until the nobles, exasperated by the inaction of their ruler, turned for help to his half-brother, King Sigismund of Hungary. Sigismund decided on a radical solution. He kidnapped the king to force him to abdicate, then took advantage of the ensuing disorder to gain greater power for himself. He invaded Bohemia with a massive army and began pillaging the territories of the king's allies. It is here that my story begins.
Pater noster, qui es in se...
Да. Раз. Раз, раз, раз. Раз, 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 раз. Раз, 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 раз. Нет, я отключил эту фигню. Я надеюсь, что ты меня только слышишь. Ты меня слышишь? Блин, наконец-то. Все, сейчас только вырублю эту херню в окне. То мне неудобно ни хера. Ну, погнали. Ну, погнали. Чего ты не поняла? Да, я видел, если я включу отображение на экране, но я его вырубил. Кошка, свали, пожалуйста, отсюда. Пожалуйста. Съебись, туман. Экран уменьшается. Область отображения уменьшается. У меня справа будет вот это черное ебучее окно с чатом. Ну ладно, просто, ну, блядь. Ну это такое. Ну, все теперь вижу. Ты не хочешь в кончике сидеть, что ли? В контактике сидеть. Не, ну хотя так удобнее, конечно. Ну, блядь. Что они там будут писать, я, наверное, не увижу ни хера. В субтитрах. А, не, нормально. Черная кошка 606.
Well, husband, how goes it?
Good. I should get it finished today. Where on earth is Henry? I need him to run some errands.
He was still sleeping when I went out.
At this hour?
И какая-то сладкая пятка, по-моему, был.
Well, it looks like he was out all evening, drinking like a lord.
Go and get the lazy bones up then. Quick clout round the ear should do it.
Ну, короче, что-то точно связанное с пяткой было. Ну, а это не Кэт, это да, это Black Cat, черная Кэт. Окей, Кэт пускай будет.
Get up now. There's work to be done.
Get up or I'll come get you up, you slugabed.
Hear that? You'd better not vex him. Now get up quick. Your breakfast is on the table. Wait, what's this? Have you been... Oh, Henry. How many times have I told you about fighting?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a scratch.
You've been at that sword play again, haven't you? You'd better pray your father doesn't get to hear of it. You know how he feels about it.
Oh, don't worry, it wasn't that. I just scratched myself is all.
А как же там Лейрейн?
Now get up,
Лейрейн.
rogue.
Лейн. Ну, короче, блин, ты поняла. Лейн Рейн. Во. Лейн Рен, во. Кошка,
A
что
fine
тут
state
делаешь,
you're in
блядь?
this morning. What on earth did you get up to last
Я
night?
бухал, что я делал прошлой ночью. Мы болтали в корчме, я танцевал, я был с Бланкой. Ну, я с тёлкой был,
I was
конечно
with
же.
Bianca. We were, talking?
Talking, were you? That's what you call it, is it?
Stop it, Ma.
Well, I've got a feeling there's something you're not telling me. And it's connected with that scratch on your hand. And that suspicious-looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently.
Ну, ой, смешно, ой, как смешно.
You think he's teaching me sword fighting, don't you? What use would that be to me? Here.
У меня есть
I'm
рука.
not lying to you, Ma.
All right, then, if you say so. I don't mean to pry, but you know your father takes a dim view of such things.
Hmm?
Can I get something to eat?
I left some breakfast on the table. Help yourself.
Помоги себе сам.
Is Father angry with me for sleeping late?
He's not happy. Yesterday you promised him you'd help finish that sword for Sir Radzig. He's not as young as he was. And you know how his joints pain him. He's too proud to complain, but he needs your help, Henry.
I know. Don't worry, Ma. Of course I'll help him.
Good. He always says his knees ache when there's a storm coming. I hope they're wrong this time. It's looking like such a nice day.
Did Matthew and Fritz come looking for me?
No, I haven't seen them this morning. They shouldn't be hard to find. They'll be hanging around a tavern somewhere, as usual.
Matthew and Fritz aren't drunkards.
I never said they were, did I? And if I really minded you going for a beer with them, I'd have put a stop to it long ago. I was young once too, you know. And your father was no angel when he was in Kuttenberg.
Of course he wasn't.
You don't believe me? Ask him yourself.
All right, I will.
You're not a boy anymore, Henry. You're a man, and it's time to start acting like one. Yesterday you promised your father you'd help at the forge. If you made yourself useful now and then, I wouldn't mind your mischief-making so much.
Can I get something to eat?
I left some breakfast on the table. Help yourself.
Do you need me to do anything, Ma?
Ah, you're a good lad. But I'm fine.
Окей. Не говори. Ужас просто какой-то. Вы передвигаетесь при помощи L, вы также можете бежать. Прыгать на квадрат. Господи, ужас какой. Какой графон, яблоко, ёбаный ты в рот. Пиздец. Да. Такое. Так, я думаю, что еще тут есть. Свирок. Что там поесть? Из котелка. Все, я сыт. Полон сил. Почему странное? Не туда нажал. Так, это присесть. Окей, окей. Это РПГ. Вы узнали, где точильный круг?
What's the matter with you, Henry? Didn't you hear me calling you?
Конечно, не слышал, я спал. Ладно.
Sorry, Father. I was taking a stroll and lost track of time. Somehow I had a feeling I was seeing everything for the first time.
Hal, my boy, when are you going to get some sense? Anyway, we've a lot of work to do today. I'm finishing the sword for Sir Radzik, and I need your help.
With what?
I'm running out of charcoal. Run to the market.
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's
Нужны
the other
гроши.
thing. Kunesh still owes me for an axe, a hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up at least...
Kunesh? That drunkard? That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arm.
Sure I'll be happy to hear it. Is that all?
Not quite. The Chamberlain at the castle has the crossguard for Sir Radzik's sword, which I had engraved in Sasau.
You want me to go and pick it up? All right. Money,
And ale. Stop off at the tavern
Ну,
on
конечно,
your way home.
как же без пива?
I know you'll be going there anyway to see that girl of yours. But make sure the ale's still cool from the cellar when you get back.
Her name is Bianca.
Right, so make sure Bianca draws me a nice cool one. Run along now.
Работа не ждет. Окей. Ага. Ой, так, как... Ой, так. Ага. Угу. Ёбать, как пока что ни хера непонятно. Так, сумма. Что за сумма? А, сумма это сумка, типа, я понял. Оружия нет, пища чуть-чуть есть. А лоды напоминают, но нет. А лоды наш высера, это типа топовая игра. Так, куда мне показывает это, что у нас? Какая большая карта. Так, ладно. Я этим хером не могу использовать быстрый переход. Никуда не... Угля на рынке, возьми крестовину в замке, купи пиво в корчме. Здрасте. И... Что, за всеми побазарить надо? Теперь, господи.
Father sent me. We're forging a sword for Sir Radzik, and the Chamberlain has the crossguard and grip. Father had them engraved in Sasau.
Right. They're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for you. We looked them over.
I can't wait to see the sword. Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
Where shall I start?
Ну, я его еще на тот момент понял, просто я, когда тебе показывал, я его заново уже начинал.
Your lordship.
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself. Well, I better go.
Godspeed. See you.
You certainly will.
Крестовину для нового меча. Окей. Так, ты кто? Ты сено косишь? Косишь, господи. В кодексе новая запись. Я похуй, не буду ничего читать. Пизду. Кунеш, привет. Ты мне денег торчишь.
God be with you, Kunesh.
What do you want?
My father sent me to get the coin you owe him for the axe, hammer and nails.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
Охуел, что ли, блядь?
You know you owe father for a lot more than just the axe and hammer. If he went to the bailiff about it, you'd be in deep water. At least pay for the tools if you can't pay for everything.
I told you I have no coin, you bastard. Get the hell out of here, or I'll use the axe on you.
Look, I know things aren't easy. Your wife ran off, booze is dear these days, and you're as much use as a square wheel.
You son of a whore. How dare you speak to me like that? Didn't your thieving father teach you any manners?
Так, а как драться? Ох, ежики. Рубящие удары, колющие удары. R1. Понял. По-моему, мне плохо. По-моему, мне сейчас это наваляют.
I'll slaughter you.
Серьезные ранения, естественно, я не умею драться еще. Что-то он вообще не пробивается, блядь. Чем выбить-то, блядь? Да, я дерзкий щенок, блядь. Здорово.
You had it coming, you pup. And your old man can fuck off too.
А я еще хочу подраться.
One beating wasn't enough for you?
Да.
But you still owe my father.
You'll get nothing from me. I'm telling you, lay one finger on me and...
Здорово. О, Господи. Пища. Почему я не могу съесть это ничего? Почему я ничего не могу съесть? Попробуй другим способом забрать. Окей. Топор, молоток и гвозди. Топор. Охо-хо. Я понял, почему я не ел. Так, топор я спиздил. А где гвозди? Ты узнал, где купец. Здорово. Мне нужны гвозди. А, вот его дом. Да похуй. Что-то ему совсем плохо живется. Давай поем. Зато я поел. Алкаша.
A locked chest. I'll need a lockpick to get into that. Fritz might have one.
У Фрицака. Ой-ой-ой. Ой, здрасте.
What are you up to here? Get out of here or I'll call the guards on you.
Ладно, ладно, подожди. Чё у меня за это? За херня, я не пойму, висит. Пойду пиво куплю папе. Да, я не могу купить пиво папе, потому что что? Правильно, потому что у меня нет грошей. Синовал. Почему у меня не восстанавливается ХП? Бланку надо. Да, сейчас позовем Бланку на сеновал. Еще надо найти эту Бланку. Так, ты кто?
Welcome, Henry.
Ты кто?
Hey, look out!
Окей, я не знаю, кто ты.
Greetings, Henry.
Какие-то непонятные люди.
What the hell are you doing?
What the hell are you doing? Да, я hell doing. Какой-то рынок. Капуста. Мне нужна Бланка. Где она? Хорошо. Вот туда.
I'm just after a few things I need at home.
Long and strong to sew up anything you need.
Я побитый.
Insulting our king.
What insult? I say only the truth. Sigismund has done only what he had to.
He had to abduct the king. He had to lure his cousin Prokop into a trap and imprison him. He had to invade with his army of Tatars and besiege Kuttenberg.
Why not? What is this Wenceslas for a king? The empire is falling asunder in his hands. The German counts elected Ruprecht of the Palatinate as king because your Wenceslas would not go to their deeds even.
German counts. Traitor.
Now even the Pope
God be with you,
is
Henry.
opposed to your king.
I'm with you, Matthew.
So such lords
What's going on here?
Deutsch is spouting shit.
What?
Just listen and you'll hear for yourself.
Someone has to bring order and reunite the empire.
What do I care about the Austrians? And nowadays, not even the devil himself can keep up with all the popes. Which is the rightful pope? The one in Rome or the one in Avignon?
Do not blaspheme, Alex.
It's true, though. Wenceslas is the king of Bohemia. Bohemian nobles are on his side. To hell with Rosenberg and his cabal. Sir Ratzik is Wenceslas' commander-in-chief. He stayed loyal to the king. And if he heard you talking like this, he would have you whipped like a dog.
Your deed will soon have nothing left to rule. Jobst had to sell Luxembourg to help your king. South Bohemia is with Sigismund
and don't forget about Kuttenberg, where Germans like you kissed Sigismund's feet to keep their heads.
Yes, but
Goodman Deutsch, this is pointless. Let us talk of more pleasant things.
My words exactly.
Deutsch has gone too far. Wenceslas is our rightful king.
Deutsch is an idiot. But what can you do?
I might have an idea. Deutsch deserves to be taught a lesson. Doesn't
Ну,
it,
еще
Fritz?
будем пиздить немцев.
Should give him a
У
proper
меня
hiding.
плохой опыт с драки, по-моему.
Do you want to end up in the pillory?
Don't listen to Fritz. I've got a better idea. Deutsch was talking such shit, it made me think of that huge parliament. You know, the one right next to his freshly whitewashed house.
You think we should redecorate for him? Count me in.
Well,
Ну,
I'd rather touch it, to be honest.
здорово, обмажем дом говном.
Throwing some tears all day.
What do you say, Henry?
Конечно.
I was going to get ale for father and a few other things. We're finishing Sir Radzig's sword.
Come on. Throwing a few handfuls of manure is not going to take all day.
And it's our duty to defend the honor of our king.
So, Hal, are you with us?
Конечно, пойдем. А, у меня, походу, особо и не спрашивают. Окей.
All right, I'll do it. But then you have to give me a hand with something.
What do you need?
Kunner shows money to father and doesn't want to pay. I tried talking to him, but he wouldn't listen. I need more than words to get coin out of him, and I can't handle it on my own.
No problem. We'll back you up. Just as soon as we're done plastering Deutsch's house.
I'll be happy to sort out that drunken oaf.
Пойдем. Да.
Let's go while Deutsch is still sitting
Отлично.
safely in the tavern.
Окей, иди за своими друзьями.
Be a bit more careful.
И чё? Обсуди с друзьями план нападения.
So are we doing this or not?
Wait. We have to check that the coast is clear.
Why? Deutsch is in the tavern.
But maybe you noticed after all these years that he has a wife and a son.
And that's a problem?
Aye, it is. Henry, you go and lure her away somehow.
Why me?
Потому что я самый побитый.
Because you're the clever one.
Yeah.
Окей. Где дом? Вот это дом.
What do you want, lad?
I just went by the tavern and your husband was in there talking nonsense. I thought someone should take him home before he gets himself in trouble.
What sort of nonsense?
Well, he kept saying that Sigismund was right and King Wenceslas is a drunkard, that sort of thing. Some people took exception, so I thought...
God almighty, the fool. Next thing he'll start on about the popes.
He might have mentioned the popes too.
Thank you for telling me. I just hope I can catch him before he gets into another fight.
Отлично. Да. Я выманил из дома жену немца. Дальше. Прям руками? Отлично.
What are you waiting for, soldier? Fire the trebuchet! For king and country!
For king and country, my ass. This is all good, clean, fun.
Nearly as good as having that traitor in the pillory. Nearly. Now that would be sweet.
That's for Sigismund.
Woohoo! Eat shit, Deutsches.
You bastards! What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Hey,
Ho, ho, ho,
Hans,
ho, ho.
can't you see? We're decorating your house for you.
It's like your old man was saying in the tavern about that traitor Sigismund. We're just doing what we have to do.
Oh, sons! I'll make those smiles off your faces!
Oh, I'd like to see you try. What are you doing here, Zbigniew? Hanging out with this poxy Deutscher?
Это грязная
Maybe you'd like
Европа.
to try out the latest German fashion.
Грязная Европа какого-то там века. Хуй знает какого века. Средневековья. Все в говне, блядь. Говно на улице.
I'll make you
Что
pay
это,
for
бать?
that.
Курва. Я мысли потерял. Что я говорил? Что я говорил? А хуй его знает, что я говорил. Нет, я хочу вот это убить.
Kurwa!
Сам ты курва, блядь. Нет, это... Чехия или что такое.
For God's sake, stop right now. The cat's paw is on his way.
Убеги от пристава. Бежим. Встретиться с друзьями у дома Кунеша. А где я? Ой, господи. Бля, я проебал все, что было написано. Я узнал, где точка перехода. Я только не понимаю, почему мне не восстанавливается ХП. Я там уже стажал все, что можно было. Ну что, вчетвером мы отпиздим его? А где мои друзья? С которыми я должен встретиться около дома. Угу, вот они. Ну куда ты бежишь так далеко, друг мой?
Listen, there's this locked chest I need to get into.
Really? An honest trade not good enough for you anymore?
It's just that someone has something that doesn't belong to him, and I want to take it back.
If you say so. It's not skin off my nose anyway. I've got some lockpicks you can have.
Да, давай. Попробуем открыть сундук. Матей. Че молчишь?
Well, we sorted that Deutsch out.
That was pretty close, eh?
That old bastard didn't stand a chance.
True, but I'm worried that fucker Hans will snitch on us.
Well, let him. Then I'll snitch on him. And anyway, what can they do to us for throwing a bit of dung?
Good point. It's not as if anyone really likes the Deutsch.
I need a hand with Kunesh.
Sure, mate. You helped us, so we'll help you.
Let's get to it then.
Ничего. Ну ладно. Ага.
Kunesh, get out here, you old goat. I've something to show you.
Конечно, выходи, старый козел. Ох, ёбаный в рот. Как, я не понимаю.
where you are. Surrender.
Ой.
You've committed a violation. You're under arrest. Surrender now. Hear me? I won't.
You, stop right where you are.
Я убегу. Друзья мои, давайте, друзья, помогайте.
I'm going to enjoy this.
Ой. Я погиб в бою. Окей. Интересно, откуда я начну? Как недалеко. Да. Вот этого. Бежим! Ну, господи, ты у меня спрашиваешь? Я, конечно, не тупой, но... Нет, я не помню вообще. Я сейчас пытался представить, но нет. Не могу вспомнить. Вообще-то и ты должна такие вещи знать. Я же этот, как его? Ну, ты понимаешь. Но лужи не прорисованные. Здорово. Съебись, пожалуйста. Че, попробуем еще раз украсть? Да я не помню, блядь, я в школе был когда? 10 лет назад уж опять. Давай сейчас гуглим, ну подожди. Так, как найти усеченную пирамиду? Диагональ. Высоту? Нет, высота нас не интересует. В прекрасном 2010-м? Окей, я забил. Заебало, что ты ничего не помнишь из школы? Где друзья-то, блядь? Так. Возьму еще раз отмычек.
Listen, there's this
Чтобы они
lock-
были. Да. Пойдем отпиздим этого Тикуша, Кунеша.
Well, we sorted.
Good.
Да. Мне нужна ваша помощь. И где он?
You serious? What the hell?
А что-то мне скинуло. Ностальджи? О, да. Господи, 2006 год. Ужас какой, а. Ладно, все хорошо. А то еще расплачусь.
Ganesh, get out here, you old goat. I've something to
Выходи,
show you.
старый козел, слышь?
What is it? Damn! What the hell are you doing? What is it?
Ну что, он засал, что ли? Слышь, тут блин. Давай, выходи.
What the fuck are you here for? You want me to take a whip to you or call a catch pole? Just drive, you're drunk. Oh!
Fucking come on!
Отлично, загандонили его, блядь.
Enough! I give up. Take what you want. It's not much, but it's all I have. You understand?
Ой, он мне сам ключ дал. Все, я не на частной территории, да? Это моя территория теперь. Да вот неудобно будет, поэтому я ее вырубил. Потому что помимо того, чтобы играть, еще он с тобой разговаривает пытаться. Как я же без тебя, блять, ебаный рот, без тебя. Тебя без внимания оставлю. Это не по-мужицки будет. А я же мужик таки.
Take what you want, but you haven't heard the last of this.
Так, далее. Я никак без внимания. Фраза непонятна немного мне. Я же это... Ну, ты поняла. Я никак без внимания, это очень странная фраза. Тебе тоже непонятна твоя же фраза? Прекрасно. Блин, ты не туда. купить пиво, хорошо. Сама в шоке. Прекрасно. Ступай к своей матери, она тебя золотает. Окей, я потом приду обязательно. Купить мешок угля. Где?
Henry, I'm glad you stopped by.
Что, так легко продалось все? Да. Да вот я его только что пытался слушать, но понял, что будет неудобно. Так, мне нужны угли. Сколько мне штук-то надо брать? Здесь, наверное. Я не знаю. Да, 10 штук надо было купить. Отлично. Так, теперь пивас надо. Теперь надо купить пиваса. Батя тоже хотел пивасика. Где телка моя? Вот моя телка, да? Пойдем на сеновал.
God save, my lovely. You're looking well today.
You too, handsome. What brings you here?
Your beauty, of course.
Oh, noble sir. I'm as honored as any simple maid can be. And...
I need ale for father.
a pitcher as usual?
Aye. Bring me a cool one from the cellar.
But of... Here you are.
Thanks.
It's on me today. You can pay me back this evening.
Out of the question. Here you go. Thanks. You'll have something to look for.
You too. Oh, by the way...
Vanya.
I suppose. He's a man who makes his coin robbing honest wayfarers. I'm sure of it. I'll be happy when he's gone for good.
He promised to teach me how to use a...
What use would that be to you?
Enough. You sound just like father.
Hal,
Думаешь?
I've got something special for you.
Is that so?
Your favorite.
Really?
I hope you'll thank me.
You bet I will.
Ну что, вечером будет секс? У меня вечером будет секс. Что еще должен сделать? Блядь. Очень сложно все. Вот опять меня затравило прям. Обидненько.
Think so. Thanks. Suit yourself.
Have you recovered from yesterday's great wound?
It was nothing. Except Mother noticed and had a word or two to say.
No mother's happy when her son starts to take an interest in swords. Where there's weapon.
I don't want to rot in this hole forever. I feel like I don't belong here. I want to live and see the world.
Spoken like a man. And as it happens, today's your last chance. I have to leave. So...
Yes? All right, I'll wait on the ground by the sheepfold as usual.
Что за группа? О, интересно.
That's all for today. Come again anytime.
Onions that'll make you cry and garlic that'll keep evil spirits at bay.
This is enough.
Some change.
Damn.
А тебе такая зачем группа? Ну, во-первых, я не Саня. Так, да. А во-вторых, все-таки за деньги это уже проституция.
So, can we get started?
We can.
Good. And since today's the last time we'll be seeing each other, you can show me everything. Very well. Let's start with the basics. Keep moving. Your life depends on it. All right. Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides.
Нет, я такого не хочу.
Never repeat.
Это же пиздец. Мне нахуй такая нужна, блядь.
Tried a few times. All right. No. Good. Let's try something else. One strike, I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another. All right. All right. Very good. All right. That's enough. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of first. Remember though, train hard. No one becomes you have to work and work.
Ну вот, говорю, вот проститутки вот нахуй такие нужны. Ну, скинь, посмотрю. Вдруг. Хотя чё я, блядь? Не, нахуй. Нет, плохая мысль. Не так все плохо. Я вроде секси. Так говорят. Наверное, кто-то. Может быть. Во-во. Так что нахер. Давай, мам, золотай меня.
There you are, Henry. Father's been asking for you.
It's all taken care of, Mother.
Не будет он меня залатывать, ну ладно.
About time. Have you got everything I wanted?
I have charcoal, the hilt, and the ale. We can start.
Good job. Let's have it then, son. Well done. Right. Let's see what kind of job the master in Sasau did for us. Look at that, lad. Well, that's what I call craftsmanship.
What does the inscription mean?
Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig ordered it. Oh, this will be the finest sword I've ever made. Have you got the charcoal? Good. Then fire up the forge. We'll put it all together. By the way, someone paid me a call. I reckon you might know what it was about.
I'm not sure.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure you and your friends threw dung at Deutsch's freshly whitewashed house. He was here with the catchpole earlier, and it was not a friendly visit. What got into you, Hal?
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king. He got what he deserved.
Got what he deserved, did he? You can go and clean up the mess you made and apologise to him. I have a trade to run. The German pays well, and having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. You understand?
Yes.
Look me in the eye, Henry. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Then we'll never have this conversation again.
So you think it's right to let traitors speak ill of our king?
The boy gets caught making a fool of himself, and he still hasn't learned his lesson. So Deutsch spouts rubbish, and what? You turn into a common thug. You might win a fight with violence, but you'll never win an argument. Remember, Henry, if you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth and not your fists.
The furnace is ready.
Right, we'll do the grip. I'll heat it up, and when I take it out, you slip the grip on so it fits exactly. You know what you're doing. Do it. Good. Once more. That's it. Done. Now file it down so it sits well in the hand. I'll prepare the guard.
Father, why did you leave Prague? Who ever heard of a master swordsmith making horseshoes in a village?
I had my reasons, Hal. And here I have your mother and you. Why would I want any other life?
Do you remember Emperor Charles?
I do. Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague and a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university, and all without a war. He knew how to rule.
И говорит у него на
Better than
английском.
Wenceslas.
Better by far. But Wenceslas
Образованная
doesn't have it easy.
Чехия.
It's hard to step into the shoes of someone whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
What about Sigismund?
Do you think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund? No. Wenceslas may not be the equal of his father, but Sigismund. He brings shame to the royal name. How's it going? Give it here, and we'll put it all together.
It's magnificent.
Indeed it is. The Lord be with you. My father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa. They're ready. Will you fetch them for me, Hal? They're in the trunk in the living room.
Henry, are you all right?
Вопрос. Где отцовская кузница?
Watch where you're going.
Так, ну там наш дом. Тут не знаю что.
Here are those nails you wanted.
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
She's fine. Why do you ask?
Just wondering. Will you be going to...
We will.
Maybe we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be...
Fine lass, eh? Now, stop staring at her and come and see this. It's time for the trial by fire.
Очень смешно.
We did a fine job.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Those days are gone, sir.
You haven't lost your skills, though. Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a commoner?
Let him try it. You still have a lot to learn. Ask your father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
Perhaps. But who knows what the future holds for each of us. I see that you almost have it finished.
It just needs a polish, then Henry will bring it to you.
Excellent. Fine work, very fine. A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Svan?
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently. How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right. It's a very long and peculiar story.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but duty calls, and I must leave. Here you are. Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
He certainly will.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sure.
It's been an honor, Sir Istvan. Have a safe journey to Sasau.
The honor is mine, Sir Radzig. Thank you for the hospitality.
A long, peculiar history. That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
Will you teach me how to use it, like Sir Radzig said?
Why?
Well, it could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before settling down. I'd like to know more than the tavern on the green and the forge.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
You talk as if you've seen it happen.
A man my age has seen a lot. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders. I want to end my days in Skalitz, here, beneath the linden tree and by your mother's side.
Well, so do I, one day. But first, I'd like to see the world, meet new people.
Meet them or beat them?
Meet. You have to keep going on about it.
Then you've no need to learn swordplay.
A messenger.
He was in a hurry. What's happened?
Блять. Мирных жителей хуяют. Здорово.
Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry.
And what about you?
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You'll do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Radzig. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
We're closing!
Move it, people!
Come on!
We're running
Come
out of
on!
time! Oh, Henry! Thank God! Get inside quick! We have to shut the gates!
Get running, people! Come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back! Ah.
Get through the gates!
Пидорас в спину, блядь. Крыса, блядь.
Come on, Hal! You can still make it! Run! Find a horse! Ride to Talmberg! Tell them what's coming! Warn them!
Run by the moats! There's a path down there! Jump down from the wall and flee!
Как удачно сейчас программист лучше дрался. Какой программист, блядь? Ой-ой-ой. А я не хочу меч достать. Здорово. А, господи. Черный чувак из собак. Не. Мне пострелили колено, да? Много. Здорово. Куда мне скакать-то вообще?
Left. Hamburg is to the left, along the stream. Flee! Flee! To Talmberg!
Ну, ты не приезжаешь, не проходишь мне, собак. А я не хочу, мне лень. Очень здорово, очень смешно было бы.
Flee! To Talmberg! Anyone! They're there! Run for it!
Нравится, нравится. Просто на больное давит. Нормал.
Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose!
Hangi huzur dinle! Quickly! We're closing the gate!
Якубович.
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the ground?
A huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Yeah. Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours. Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out.
Так ее не так надо вытаскивать, блядь.
All done.
Надо ломать
You
и
were lucky,
вытаскивать
lad.
этот
The
с
arrow
другой
missed the
стороны.
bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
If you idlers nothing better to do, get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage?
Пёсель. Блин, прорисовка персонажа неплохая, а вот, блядь, фрукты и яблоки — это пиздец.
Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground, but a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Gutenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
Вообще-то я еще не узнал, где моя постель. Ой. Говорю, в постель надо. Баб укладывать.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal?
I hear you came
I
from
heard about your
Skalitz
father.
today.
Hey,
It
watch
must have
it.
been terrible there.
I can't understand why
How
he
did
wasted
it
his talents,
happen?
but I'm sure he had his reasons.
Слушаю.
He had a fine reputation.
Да. Теперь надо искать новых.
Well, do as you like then. Go to the kitchen when you're ready. Sir Divish has suffered his own. What is it?
Ну так. Это все связь.
You're fortunate. Our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bojana here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a...
Certainly, milady.
Jesus. I could really do with some sleep.
А спальня моя где? Там? Нет, не там.
I feel quite hungry.
Нет, это не я зеваю. Я пока что ищу свою кровать.
Hey, you! Oh! So you'll have to answer for your law breaking.
Ah, shit!
What are you doing to that lock? Well, you won't forget this in a hurry, because it'll take a nice pile of coin to fix it.
That's too much. I don't have that much coin.
You'll still have to pay the penalty. Looks like you'll have to sit it out in jail.
Выспался, блядь.
Enough! What impertinence is this? Do you really want me to lose my temper?
Aye, right. I've gone all weak at the knees.
Давай подеремся. Отпиздим его.
Go ahead and gather your strength. You'll need it.
Чё он не бьет-то, блядь? Да это я специально, я знаю, что наваляют. Я не то нажал, блядь, и он началось. Я даже не могу ничего с этим сделать. Он, в принципе, не хочет бить. Бля, почему он не бьет, не могу понять, блядь. Да ты мутусь-то уже, а? Это сейф означать. А нельзя просто... Нет, мне нравится только когда ты меня бьешь, когда деды не очень. О. Так, я поел или не поел еще?
You've done well, lad. I heard about your father. They say he was a swordsmith who moved to the countryside to make horseshoes. I can't understand why he'd waste his talents, but I'm sure he had his reasons. He had a fine reputation. It's a great loss. Certainly.
Hey! Please tell me what happened in Skalitz. I have kin there.
Something to eat.
How rude. Watch where you're going.
Не, она не со мной разговаривает.
What the hell are you doing?
Там, видишь, еще один хер был рядом.
Where's that chamber for me to sleep?
Evans, are you still confused after what happened to you? It's in the lodge in the courtyard.
Thank you.
Look where you're going.
Ну, как ты понимаешь, хероватенько. Нет, я не хочу. Господи, где кровать-то моя?
Please tell me what happened in Skalitz. I have kin there.
Ну зачем вешаться? Не надо вешаться. Не стоит. Киса.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Ну да.
Yes?
Тем более.
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady,
Ты помогаешь брату.
No, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
Так я и так спал 2 часа уже.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
Ну, племяннику, да.
I was going to. But to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace. To let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it.
Ну, тут ко мне подкатывали.
If you feel
Так.
like it.
Сижу себе, сплю, мне приносят бухлишко и говорят, давай поговорим. Хуй там плавал. Печаль.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands. I went to the tavern to buy ale for Father. I know it's a job for a groom, but I didn't mind, because my girl Bianca worked there. I courted her a while and we agreed to meet in the evening, but our meeting was never to happen.
Oh, dear boy.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzik. I'd been secretly learning sword fighting and hiding it from my parents. So when we assembled the sword, I tried a few moves with it. There's a big difference between a wooden sword and a real one. Maybe if I hadn't taken that sword in my hand, I wouldn't be here today.
You're full of surprises.
But Sigismund's
Ну,
horde
ты
was
хотел
already on
сказать
the
ему,
horizon,
ему, да.
ready to attack the town. I saw smoke on the horizon from a village Sigismund pillaged on the way to our town, which was soon to meet the same fate.
God have mercy.
and then death descended on Skalitz. Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get Mother. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund's butchers. And then I saw him knocking down one human after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw Father and charged at him. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw Father and charged at him. He cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I wanted to help her. God knows I wanted to, but even though I had the sword we made for Sir Radzig, they had me outnumbered and they were well armed too. I only just managed to grab one of their horses and ride off. I couldn't help her any more than I could have helped my parents.
It wasn't your fault.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
Oh, you poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years? And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on.
Ну да.
Now, we're
У
here.
нее не до секса.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Нет. Не для этого она пришла. Я говорю, не за секс.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
I feel quite hungry.
Then right here behind solid walls is it. Good day to you. What do you need?
Do you know what's happening?
No. What about you?
Me? How could I?
I saw you with Sir Robard.
No, nothing.
It can handle a siege.
Listen up. If it's Sigismund and his army, prepare for the worst. But don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my commands, and all will end well.
Are you serious? What? What the hell are you doing?
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold it. It doesn't make...
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough to shoot... And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all... Well, anyway, we'll find out when they...
Aye, we will.
Halt! Who goes there? Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robert? Sir Ansig. What a relief. Is his lordship there with you? Yes, sir. He is right here. What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzik, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Tamber?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
Well, what will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense, and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
Sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Valdic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out! Anywhere, people! Move out! Don't get told, mate, right there now!
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrol. Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body. I want you to keep a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well, to follow the Skalitz people now he knows they've fled. Keep your eyes peeled, and report everything to me at once. Understood?
Окей, что дальше?
Henry!
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch on the battlement?
Is that a request or...
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back some.
Splendid! And don't worry, I'll...
И дальше что? Я ничего там не вижу. Косяка.
Wandering around like a stray sheep must be your first watch. I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait.
I will. Thank you.
Ну, вообще красивенько так. Если бы не вот такие текстурки. И вот такие. Вот такие. Вот такие вот полосы непонятные. Синхронизация охуевая. Вертикальная. Ну, это же инди-игра, по факту. Не AAA. Дальше-то что? Еще час подождать надо. Что происходит там? Да ничего, я караулил. Ночью стоял на стене. Что дальше-то, блядь?
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. We may be in for a surprise. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Skalitz and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markvart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markvart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Radzik Kobila, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzik of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzik is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that the Ratzik Kobila is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzik Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill
Вообще интересненько.
may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Да нет, вроде. Не-не-не, никого никто не выдавал. Он сказал, что типа этого пидора нет, как его, блядь, в их маленькой крепости. И все.
Get on with you, Robard.
Jesus, look where you're going.
Похорони своих родителей в Скалице. Интересно, каким раком я это должен сделать.
I seen them all right. And you know what I heard from the merchant who heard it from that man who was fighting them at Kuttenberg? What? They say they can slice a cow or a man in two halves from top to bottom with one chop of a sword. That's impossible.
А, тут все качается само, я так понимаю. Понял. Ну, карта так себе. Не прям огромная. Учитывая, что вот этот маршрут я проехал за минуты 2. Такое себе. Отлично. Ладно, пойдем, куда мне нужно, туда. С Бориком надо поговорить.
My respects to you.
Sir Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
My parents died there, and I won't leave them to be ravaged by dogs. I have to bury them.
Good God, boy. Do you want to throw your life away for those who can never get theirs back? Do you think that's what they'd want? Forget it.
Why did Sigismund burn down Skalitz and then come here too?
That's war for you, lad. Certain lords have resolved to take things into their own hands and eliminate anyone who doesn't share their view. Unfortunately, Sir Radzig is one of those.
What happened in Kuttenberg?
Kuttenberg? Well, I'm just... But the good Lord gave me ears, and I've heard some things from Sir Divish and from...
Were there many?
Indeed. But it was the Kuttenberg mercenaries who came to see me.
I see.
Listen, lad. These are all games of the high aristocracy. In Prague, a cabal of nobles rebelled against King Wenceslas, wealthy aristocrats who took against our king for reasons of their own. There's no doubt Sigismund had his fingers in the whole affair.
So then why did Sigismund attack...
Why do you think?
I suppose because it has a strategic position and good fortifications, so it can be used as a...
King Charles, may God grant him eternal glory, built Prague into a proper royal city, while King Wenceslas took a liking to Kuttenberg. After Prague, it's the most important city in Bohemia.
So Kuttenberg sided with Wenceslas because he favoured it?
Now you're starting to understand. When Sigismund imprisoned Wenceslas and took control of Prague, the people of Kuttenberg began to raise an army against him. So with the attack on Kuttenberg, Sigismund killed 2 birds with 1 stone.
Where did these Cumans come from, anyway?
I don't know much about them, only what the Chamberlain said. That they came to Hungary from the east and settled there. They're godless barbarians and merciless fighters. The nobles used to say the Hungarian king shouldn't enlist them, because they dishonor our rules of warfare. But when there's power and money to be had, it seems that honor isn't worth my spit. And believe me, it's always about power.
Ну так, дальше что я должен сделать? Так, это карта. Блять. Пойдем до сюда дойдем, что ли. Новое занятие. Перевести такую не могу. С чем? Где застопорилась? Что такое? Что тебе не получается? Я не верю, что у тебя что-то не получается. И сон вчерашний, который мне Пророчил слезы, я тебе не верю. Я даже спутал. А я не могу перепрыгнуть. Ёбаный камень.
Over there! Got you! Jesus, you gave me the runaround.
Let me go, for Christ's sake! I have to bury my parents!
You're going nowhere. Except back inside.
If I don't bury them now, they'll be ripped to pieces by jackdaws and scattered over unhallowed ground, and I'm stuck.
All right. Shove me. I'll pretend you caught me off guard. I'll deal with the others. You just get out. Kurva!
Hey, is someone there? Who's there?
Good health to you.
Сейчас подойду.
What are you doing there?
He's over there.
Got you. Jesus, you gave me the runaround.
Let me go, for Christ's sake! I have to bury my parents!
You're going nowhere. Except back inside.
But I have to... All right.
That's a good...
Это что, можно будет колено тебя курить? Когда-нибудь.
Got you. Will you never give up?
Let me go, for Christ's sake!
You'll go. Except that.
If I don't bury...
All right, I'll deal with you. Curva! Ah, shit! My foot!
В ванной будем курить. Блядь, бежи за мной.
like they've already gone.
Угу. Аппетитненько. Блять. Ну, а ему уже не пригодится. Воу-воу-воу-воу-воу. Это ты, видимо, слишком часто в войны ездила, своя любимая. Кошка, отвали, пожалуйста, хватит меня трогать. Ничего, ничего, все хорошо. Видишь, я по полям тут хожу. А родителей хоронить, видишь, надо идти.
Why would anyone do this? What did these poor souls ever do to them?
Well, I never. The pig turns up willing. You're done.
Ну, ближайшие полчасика пока еще точно нет. Ну, что, спать хочешь уже? Не верю. Что-то ты рано слишком собралась спать. Ну, я почти дошел. Только свернул, блядь, не туда. Зато сколько посмотрела сегодня. Что, так печально все? Да что? А, да, да, конечно. Твои глаза только мои. Ребята, так. И как пойти сюда, ёбаный в рот? Ну, хуй делал, ты же знаешь, что я странный. Да жопа микроб, блядь.
Sword in his hand. You stood by his side and he did this to you. In the end, you were a hero. You didn't run away. Didn't abandon him like me.
Да, дороги качественные, вот по-моему. Нет?
No. Why? Not you. It wasn't supposed to be you, Bianca. I'll find the bastards that did this to you. I'll find them. I swear it. Just wait a moment. I'll take care of my parents, and then I'll come back for you. I won't leave you like this.
Ага.
Why did you do it to me, Father? Why? Why did you leave me? Forgive me. Forgive me for everything.
Next time I won't run. I'll never run away again. I'll find the one who did this to you. I remember his face. I'll find him. But first, I have to find a shovel and take care of you. I remember you told me you wanted to lie beside Mother. Here. Under the linden tree. At least I can do that much for you.
Угу. Ничего так. Сойдет. Так, хорошо. А дальше что? Где я должен найти лопату? Так, вопрос. Теперь как эту хуйню делать? Блять. Я не понимаю. Блять. Я походу понял как, но у меня закончились отмычки, скорее всего. Да. Здорово. Нужно найти лопату.
This is a good place. You're gonna like it here.
Да, здесь вам понравится, но лопаты нет. Там где-то были грядки. Может, лопата тут где-нибудь есть. Вот тут. А на карте не указана лопата? Где-то там, да? Ну, где-то в этой области вообще. Здорово. Классно. Очко умения доступно. Да. Так, хотя хоть не меняется, слава богу. Такое красноречие у нас меняется. Ага, вот ведение боя. Так, ведение боя хорошо не меняется. Ну, хорошо. Куда, блядь? Ну давай в силу ебем. Буду сильный, хоть здесь. Лопата, ты где? Да, и поиски лопаты тоже не мой конек. Че, у них никакой лопаты нет? Я же понимаю, что это не Skyrim, там все дела. Но все же. Где-то живые должны быть. Судя по звуку.
Get away, you mutt! Get away, you beast!
What's going on? It's Mishak. What in God's name are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing? Digging turnips? The beast just went for me.
Isn't that Mutt the butcher's? Mutt. Isn't that body the butcher's?
Yeah, that's him. What's that got to do with anything?
I'd say the poor creature is standing guard over his master. You weren't...
What do you care what I'm doing here?
Came to bury my parents.
So bury them and leave me be.
Do you know what happened to Teresa from the mill? When I fled, the Cumans wanted to...
No, I don't know. What do I care? They probably raped her.
How did you manage to get...
How do you think?
Would you lend me that spade? I have to dig it.
What's it worth to you? I see you have a fine sword.
Fine. I'll take the spade and you can have the sword.
You think you can talk that way?
Bullshit. I don't know much about sword.
Suits me. I'll knock your teeth in. Think you're good?
Easy now.
That's right. Turn tail and run, you bastard.
Ладно, ушел я. Да. Ну да, на голове спать никто не будет. И бегать по ночам орать. Что жрать хочется, тоже никто не будет без нее, да. Так уж. Мур, да. Мур. Ну, пёсель пришел.
So, let's get to it. Damn it all. How am I going to do this?
Do you need some help? Is that him?
Yes. Can't you see the sword? Who are you? What do you want? Zbyszek?
Who do you think we are? Franciscan brothers? We're here to rob you of everything you've got. Especially that fine blade that's of no use to a peasant like you anyway.
Banish the thought. It is my father's sword.
You mean him? I don't think he's going to be needing it anymore. Listen here, boy. You hand over that sword, I might just let you go. If not, you're in for a family reunion you really don't want.
Leave me alone.
Kill him, Runt! Aye! Cut the bastard down!
As you like. Could have just cost you a few teeth.
Ah!
Вообще ничего не успел сделать.
I told you how it would end. You should have listened to me. This is nice work. The chief is going to like it. It's new, isn't it? And now, for the maiden bloodletting. Surely your father never would have imagined it would be your blood. I believe there's a word for such moments. The old man would certainly know. But I'm just a common killer. Did you help make it? No doubt you did. Such miserable luck. To die by the sword you helped forge.
Hey, go fuckers! The games are over.
John! Disperse these rebels!
Бля, прикинь, заставка только сейчас будет, блять. Охуеть. Я так понимаю, да. Он мне одну тычку сделал, и сразу так вообще ничего не успел сделать. Дэн Браун. Иначе бы заставки это не было. Три часа игры и только заставка, блядь, идет. Мне это нравится. Куда меня везут вообще?
Mit kereseli? Véletlenül kibújtál anyád szobába? Isten látott, megjött a mulatság! Végezték?
Это он, видишь, это ему типа снится. Где ты орешь-то, блядь? Блядь, да где? Блядь, что за пиздец? Куда идти ты, ебаный ты в рот, блядь? Блядь. Вот это на самом деле дерьмище полное, блядь. Блядь. Тут было громче всего сейчас. Блять, куда я должен идти-то, ебаный в рот? Господи, ужас какой. Что я, блядь, должен сделать? Я не знаю, что это.
Do you need some help?
Henry! There's work to be done. Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
Henry, can you hear me?
Get up, Henry. Wake up. It's a new day.
Henry, can you hear me? Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Teresa?
You still have a fever. Uncle won't be pleased, but you'll have to stay in bed.
Давай. Я тоже пойду сейчас.
Where am I? In Skalitz?
We're at my uncle's mill in Rattay. I didn't know where else to go.
What happened?
You don't remember anything? I suppose that's not surprising. I found you in Skalitz after those bandits attacked.